Today I'm going to be reviewing the DeWalt 735 planer. At this point, you've probably already decided that you want a planer. So I'm not going to go into much details about what a planer is or what it can do, but I'm going to review the pros and the cons of what this planer can do. And at the end, I will tell you whether or not I think this planer is right for you. There are so many benchtop planers on the market, and hopefully this video will tell you definitively whether the DW735 is the right one for you to buy. I've been using this planer continuously for about 6 months, and I think that's a good amount of time to give my perspective on the tool. The last thing I want to say before we get started is DeWalt's not giving me anything to do this video. I'm just trying to give you the information to make the best decision on whether or not you should buy this planer. All right, let's get started. We'll start with the pros and then we'll go into the cons. This planer leaves an awesome finish that's really smooth, and that's definitely one of the pros. I ran this board through the planer and it will take minimal sanding to get this to exactly where I want it to be, and I'll probably start at 150 or even 220. It gives a professional grade finish to any piece you run through it. This planer comes with 3 blades. Not all planers have 3 blades, a lot of them have 2. And that just makes the finish even better. If you really want to make the leap to an even better finish, you can invest in a helical head, but I don't really think it's necessary because those are really expensive, and again, it leaves a perfect finish with just the 3 blades. Changing the blades are really simple, and because the blades are double-sided, you can just flip them around when one side starts to get dull, and you basically, not even basically, you have a new blade when you flip it around. This planer has positive stops from 1/8 of an inch to 1 1/4 inches. And this is so if you want to cut one or multiple pieces to a certain thickness, the planer cutter knives will not go lower than the stop you set it at. It has 2 settings. One is 96 cuts per inch for dimensioning your lumber, and the other one is 179 cuts per inch, which is a finishing setting. And I usually just keep it on this finishing setting. I really love this feature. It has a material removal gauge. It tells you how much material you'll take off your workpiece before you turn on your planer. Now the blower on this thing is super powerful, so you do not have to worry about chips getting stuck in your planer. It is so powerful, however, that a shop vac just won't work. I'll tell you in a future video that I'm currently making just how I'm setting up the dust collection on this planer. Although I've only been using this for 6 months, from everything I've read and how this thing is built, it seems like it's going to last a long time, and I'll have it for many years to come. I haven't had as much of a hiccup so far. This thing can handle 13-inch wide pieces, and that is bigger than a lot of hobbyist benchtop planers, so that is definitely a plus. Now, when I bought this tool about 6 months ago, it was $600, which is a little high. And if you want to get the wings, those will set you back maybe another 50 bucks. But with tools, as you know, a lot of times you get what you pay for, and that's the case with this planer. Snipe. Now, snipe happens with any planer, and this planer is no exception. Although you can't avoid snipe from other planers that I've used, you get less snipe with this planer. There are other ways to combat it as well, and I have had a lot of success with putting a board on the front and back of my workpiece as I'm running it through, and that takes away all snipe for that piece. I had this as a pro, but one minor con could be that you need to set up other dust collection other than a shop vac because the blower is so powerful. It really didn't do much hooking up my shop vac to my blower. Just something I want you to know. Shop vacs won't really work. It is kind of loud. You may not want to run this tool at 11 p.m. with the garage door open, or your neighbors might get a little upset. With that being said, I have an entry-level miter saw and an entry-level table saw, and I need to wear ear protection when I use those tools. With this tool, I have gotten away without wearing ear protection sometimes. Although I would recommend wearing ear protection when you use it, you can get away without wearing it sometimes. As you can see, the dust port is in the same direction as your workpiece will be coming out. This could get a little annoying if you hook your dust collection up right to this dust port, but there are ways to combat this issue. One solution is to hook up a 90-degree dust port attachment so your dust will come out to the side. Okay, so what's the verdict? Should you buy this planer? Well, ask yourself a few questions. Do you need a planer? Do you find yourself constantly needing to run boards or projects through a planer? Do you want a planer that is going to give you a really nice finish? Do you want one where you won't have to replace it or feel the need to replace it with a better tool in 2 or 3 years? Do you want a tool that you may have to pay a little more for, but you know it's going to be a top of the line planer for that area of woodworking? Do you like the color yellow? If you answered yes to all those questions, except for the yellow question, then I would definitely recommend the DeWalt 735 planer. You will take your woodworking to the next level with this planer and be able to do projects that maybe you couldn't do before you bought it. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you. And if you want to see more videos from me, subscribe below and hit that like button. That would really help me out a lot. I have a few more tool review videos that I am working on now, so stay tuned for those. And also, I come out with project builds regularly. So thanks again and have a great day.